you will learn, I promise you will learn what poses look good on you and what does not. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about posing. I'm going to be showing how to best utilize your body to look good in photos, and I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks to maximize your photo taking capacity and be photogenic. I have my computer here because I do have notes on what I'm going to be talking about. So the first thing that I will mention is you need to practice in the mirror. If you want to look good in your photos and know how to pose, that means that you need to know your body. Knowing your body starts with knowing areas that maybe you want to hide in your photos. Whatever it is you want to hide, you want to make sure you know that part of your body very well and how to pose so that that part is not accentuated. With that being said, you also want to know your best features or your best side of your body or your best attributes, and you want to emphasize that in your poses. So the first thing you need to do is go stand in front of a mirror. Go right now. I'll go too. Okay, so I went and I stood in front of my mirror and I noticed, okay, Sephora, what do you want to hide or what do you want to accentuate? For me personally, I prefer to face straight on when I'm taking my pictures. I'm not the biggest fan of profile or side taking pictures. So that is something that I would do whenever I am having someone take my picture. If they try to go low or high or go to the side, I'm like, no, please, straight on, please. That's what looks good. So you need to know what looks good. Part of this is also having people take pictures of you. Practice makes perfect. So after you go in front of the mirror, go and have someone take your picture or take your picture yourself. I have a video on how I take my own, so you can go watch that. And maybe I'm pointing in the wrong direction. I really hope I'm pointing in the right direction, y'all. If I'm not, it's gonna be somewhere up here, but go have someone take your pictures. Take your own pictures. Figure out what looks good and what doesn't. These are the beginning steps to looking good in your photos and knowing how to pose for your photos. So after you've looked in the mirror, after you know your body and you've accentuated your best features and you're trying to minimize your features that you don't want accentuated, then you are ready to actually get into your posing. So when you are posing, you want to keep your outfit in mind. If you have on, say, a tight fitting outfit, that's going to be different. Your poses in that outfit are going to be different than if you have on something like loose and baggy. So for example, the reason I put on this dress is because I wanted to show you how I would pose in this dress is much different than how I would pose if I had something else on. So for your standing poses, you want to make sure you know your body very well. It is most important that you know your body for your standing poses because your standing poses are going to show your body. So for what I have on, I just have on this dress, and I put this on because it's easiest to see my body in this dress, and so it will be easier to show you guys how I would pose. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you poses that would not look good. So for me, I would not take a picture and just stand straight up and down like this. First of all, I don't think anyone should just take a picture and stand straight up and down like this, but if my goal is to accentuate, you know, curves, I don't want to just stand straight up and down like this because I'm not curvy enough for my curves to be shown while I'm just standing straight up and down. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Instead, I might take my left leg, and the reason I'm taking my left leg is because I have the slit in my left leg, and put it in front of my right leg. And you see what that does is it pokes my hips out just a little. My non-existent hips that I pray to God He makes them grow. Okay, it pokes my non-existent hips out, right? So it makes it look more like I've got hips, while also sucking in this stomach area here. So suck in, put my left leg directly in front of my right leg. So then I'm going to think about, okay, so I've got my leg pose here. This is what I'm doing. What am I going to do with my hands? Do whatever it is you think will look good. So for me, I might go here. For one, again, the arm is separated from the body because you want there to be a curve. I don't want to go like this in my photo. I'm going to separate my arm from the body on both sides, and I'm going to relax. Suck in, left leg in front of my right leg, and pose. And then I'm going to switch. Right leg in front of my left leg, pose. And notice I'm staying front facing the entire time. So that was pose. Next thing I'm going to do, maybe cross it completely. Put my left arm here, lean slightly, pose. Okay? If you don't know what to do with your hands, I recommend holding something in your hand because that will give you something to do. So if I take my phone, or if you have a purse, you could do that. I could here. You know, if you have a purse, hold it here. My leg is crossed, I'm holding the purse here. Boom, that's a pose. The next thing, you want to, boom, okay? Pose. Take it in one hand. Left leg back out. Again, arms separated, that's a pose. So the most important thing to keep in mind when you're doing your standing poses is knowing your body. If you have naturally curved, voluptuous, if you are blessed, I think it might be a little easier for you to get away with, if this is your goal of course, to get away with doing less body movement. But of course, more body movement for anyone really can help bring out your photos and really make an otherwise bland photo not bland. So that is one thing to keep in mind for your standing poses. The next thing you want to keep in mind is your hands. Move your hands around, you know? Don't just keep them straight down at your side. Try to keep them away from your body and do different things with it. Play with your dress, play with your outfit, play with your hair. Put one hand up and one hand down, you know? Do different things with your hands. If you don't know what to do with your hands, hold something in your hand so that you aren't just flailing around. The goal for when you're taking pictures is to constantly be moving. So whoever's taking your picture, or if you're taking it yourself, it's click, pose, click, pose, you know, just move. It needs to be a smooth movement. This definitely takes practice, and again, practice by having someone take your photos or take them yourself. So the next thing you want to do is play around with your background. That can be super helpful. If you were taking photos, for example, on your balcony, or if I was to take a photo right here on my ledge, you know, sit, pose, pose. The wall, pose. You know, play around with your surroundings. That will help you bring out your photos. And if you're just constantly moving and having someone click, pose, I guarantee you will get a good picture. After doing this for a while and practicing, you will learn what poses look good on you and what doesn't look good on you. So now that we've covered standing poses and knowing your body very well, we can get into sitting poses. So when you're sitting, it's, in my opinion, a little bit easier than when you're standing. Okay, so I have this chair here and I'm sitting down. Cross my leg, again, because I want to accentuate the split. I'm gonna lean forward, lean to the side, and the reason you're doing this, again, is because you want to accentuate. My boobs are small. I'm trying to accentuate what is there, right? So I'm leaning forward and pushing out slightly. My other hand behind me on the chair. I can face this way, or if the cameraman is in front of me, I would face this way, okay? So when you're sitting down, you just wanna, again, try to do the same exact things. Play with your surroundings, play with what you've got. So maybe I wanna be on the daintier side. I'm gonna sit up straight, cross my legs, cross my legs, have heels on, and do a simple pose like this, you know? Maybe I wanna lean forward. Different things are gonna work for different outfits. So the main point here is to just know your body. Practice in the mirror. And again, just practice, practice, practice. Take your own photos or have people take them for you. Arm tips, try to keep it away from your body, you know? Play around with your surroundings. Play around with your hair, your clothing. Maybe look at your watch, touch your watch. Put it, oh my gosh, my rich boyfriend just broke up with me and I'm dying. I don't know. Do something, you know? Just try to constantly be moving, 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 moving. You will get a good photo that way, and you will eventually learn what poses look good on you. The next thing you want to do is accentuate your features, like how I was doing, you know, suck in your stomach. I cross my legs to make it look like I have more hips. When I'm sitting down, this is controversial, but one thing that you want to do is, if you want to make it look like you got something you don't, spread your butt cheeks and then sit, and voila, I've got some hips. Wow, thank you, Jesus, okay? It's different things that you can do to accentuate different features of yours. You just have to know what those features are and be able to hide or show them when you're actually taking your photo. Now, I make my friends wait. I say, hold on, let me, okay? And then I tell them they can take the picture. Thank you for making it to the end of the video, and for making it to the end, I do have a last tip for you, and that is simply to record. So what you want to do is take your phone, take your camera, take whatever it is, have someone else do it for you, prop up your phone, prop up your camera, and hit record. And then what you're gonna go do is, you're gonna go stand in front of your phone or your camera, and you're just gonna move around, okay? Pretend like someone is taking your pictures. This way you will learn, I promise you will learn what poses look good on you and what does not. You will learn. There's no way that you go stand in front of a camera, watch yourself pose, and you don't see what does and does not look good on you. So that is probably one of my biggest tips, and it will be super helpful, I promise, because when you see that video, you will see, wow, that pose looked really good. I need to do that all the time. Wow, that pose looked really good. I need to do that all the time. So that is my last tip that I have for you guys. If you did get this last final tip, go ahead and comment down in the comments. Thank you for that final tip. I got it. Don't comment what the tip was. Just let me know that you got that final tip, and I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.